So today I'm gonna give you some advice, especially to people who is starting a filmmaking or photography career as a freelance filmmaker or videographer, because a lot of you guys always reach me on Instagram asking, how do I get more clients as a freelance filmmaker or videographer? So here I am to give you some advice to you, and everything I'm gonna say in this video is based on my experience. So what works for me, it might not be working for you. So let's start with the point number one. You should create your own portfolio. Imagine you want to work with some clients, but you have nothing to show them and to be hired for. This cannot work, right? I think this is really important to start with a website and with a personal portfolio. This is the only thing to be recognized by a client and to show what you're capable of. If you want to get more work, of course, you need to be updated with your website and your portfolio as well. Because all the things that you shot 7 years ago, for example, are not the same things that you're shooting now. And of course, if you are at the beginning and you shot a couple of projects with your friends, or you collaborated with some local realities of your own town, you need to be sharing this into a professional page. It could be Instagram as well, but I think that the website is way more professional. There are a lot of online platforms where you can build a portfolio, keep it clear, keep it simple, and accessible to anyone, showing the client what you are capable of. And this is the best way to introduce yourself. For example, when I started back in 2018, I had no portfolio. The first thing that came to my mind, it was to plan some photo shoots or some video projects with my friends. Once I was satisfied with everything that I did, I put all the best shots, all the best images, all the best photos into my first website. And from that, I started to reach new clients and I started to get more professional projects because of that simple portfolio that I had on a website. Point number two, you should reach out to people you really want to work with. This might be boring because nobody wants to sit on the desk and send 100 emails every day. Nobody wants to do it. And I think it's also impossible to stay in the studio sending emails all the time. The job doesn't come at you out of nowhere. Because if you don't show up, if you don't introduce yourself, these people might be never contacting you. Reach out to these people. You can do it by email, you can do it by DM. I had a lot of jobs in the last 7 years just because maybe before going to sleep, I was sending, 20, 25 DMs to corporates or riders or athletes I wanted to work with. I think you should spend 3 or 4 hours per week searching realities and people you really want to work with. And it can happen that you send hundreds of mails and nobody is replying to you. The only thing that you can do is just keep on doing it, because someday someone is going to reply to you. Of course, it's impossible that everyone is going to reply to you, but for sure 1 or 2 people might be interested in meeting you and schedule for a new project. So spend the right time to contact the people you want to work with. Point number 3. It can happen sometime in our work that we have free time because maybe we are at the end of the season, we finish to work with our clients. So how do I get more work for the following year? How do I create something valuable to get some more work? One of the best things that you can do is to keep shooting personal projects. I think it's also important to keep shooting your own things. If you like running, if you like cycling, just contact some athletes and do a collaboration. Start a new film, start a new project and keep on doing it. Because maybe you end up shooting something really nice and cool that some new client is gonna watch and someone is gonna hire you. Be creative all the time and try to get some more projects that are made for you and not for a client. And maybe after you share this project, some more new clients will come to you because they just like the video that you posted on Instagram. And number 4, share everything you do in your social media platforms, whether it is Instagram or YouTube. Most of the time, I try to bring someone with me, if I can, on set, just to film everything I do. And this is valuable because the people are actually interested on what you're doing. We work on sets, we work on cool projects, we work with models, we work with athletes. We create something really nice to be shared. I want to tell our story as a filmmaker or videographer. So the best thing that you can do is to create some more content while you're working as well. I always try to hire some videographer or photographer just to get the backstage of what I'm doing, just to get some BTS of what I'm doing. You always need to try to be sharing your life behind the camera and telling what you are filming or what you are working on. Because maybe someone is gonna watch your Instagram stories and see that you are on a really cool project with a client. Someone else wants to hire you for this reason. Try to keep as more creative as possible with your audience as well. Reason number 5, try to say yes most of the time. Especially if you are at the beginning, maybe you want to shoot sport film like I did 7 years ago, but I didn't have enough experience. I didn't have spent enough time on certain sets. So I had to do a lot of things. And I used to say yes to 90% of the projects that I found at that time. Whether it's a small wedding or a video for a local business, always try to say yes. Don't be scared to say yes to projects, because trust me, it's way worse to stay home on the couch doing nothing. It's always better to go out and put yourself in a new situation, because in this job it's really important to get the flow of getting new clients and work on new projects, even if these projects are not the ones that you plan to shoot. But in order to have more clients and more projects, you need to start from somewhere, or you need to put yourself in a different situation. In my case, I shot a lot of weddings, I shot a lot of corporate videos. I don't do this anymore because now I have the luck and the possibility to just film sport documentaries. But to get to that point, it was not easy. And I went through a lot of different projects in different sectors, and like weddings, corporates, local business, fashion, everything, that I had to say yes all the time to get where I really wanted to go. So it's really important to say yes before saying no. This is the last point, which is the most important for me. Be a good person. You need to be a good person if you want to work a lot, because the client must be excited to work with you. You don't want to show up on a project with a bad mood or without smiling. You want to deliver something that it's important for the client. So you need to be a good person. So if you are happy to go on a project, the client will be happy, and this will generate more clients for sure. Always try to put a smile on your face before going to a new project. Guys, this video was quite difficult for me to shoot and to explain because I didn't have anything written to follow, and I just tried to do my best, whether with the language and my advices as well. So I will see you in the next video, and thanks guys for sticking out with me, and I will see you next time.